President Obama, quit lying. You know darn well that if August 2nd comes and goes, there's plenty of money to pay off our debt and cover all of our Social Security obligations.
Wow, those are fighting words from a freshman congressman in the war that is going on over America's debt and America's future. Congressman Joe Walsh, a Republican from Illinois, is a man who never minces words, and he is a member of the Tea Party caucus. Welcome, Congressman Walsh. Good to have you here today.
Great to be with you, Martha.
You know, I looked at your video this morning, and, you know, you have to ask, is it appropriate to accuse the President of the United States of lying? And do you have any issue with doing that?
No, not at all. I mean, it is a homemade video. It's not the most polished thing in the world, but that's what we do every week when we talk to our constituents. Look, Martha, I don't believe this president is serious. And when he tells the American people that he may have to pull their Social Security checks after August 2nd, he's not being truthful. He knows that's not the case. He knows we have the funds. And, Martha, he knows that it's up to him to make those checks. Look, everything he's doing in this debate is political. He's all nervous and antsy because he's created this problem. It's his problem, and now he's looking for a lifeline.
So, you know, I know that one of the things that you talk about, cut, cap, and balance, is a lot of the congressmen and women who were elected on Tea Party platforms really want to see this put through. How are you going to make this happen, if you can make it happen, next week with a balanced budget amendment?
A lot of us freshmen came here, Martha, to fundamentally change the way this town does business. We know most people don't trust politicians, and they shouldn't. Unless we force them to balance their books every year, they won't. And the only way to do that is to amend the Constitution. This notion of cut, cap, and balance, the notion of a balanced budget amendment, Martha, is gaining a lot of momentum in this town. Our leadership is embracing it now. The Republican rank and file embraces it. And, you know, 80% of the American people support a balanced budget amendment. They know what that means because they have to live that way.
You know, Senator McConnell spoke out just a little while ago, and he had some very strong statements about all of this. Now, there have been folks who've been very critical of him. Very critical of Mitch McConnell, and saying that he waved Sarah Palin. We played a quote from her a little while ago, saying that he waved the white flag in this debate by ceding the president the ability to raise the debt ceiling. You know, how's it going with Mitch McConnell and, you know, the congressman on your side of the House? How's that relationship right now?
Here's what's happening, Martha. I think that Mitch McConnell and certainly our leadership in the House is incredibly frustrated because we are dealing with a president that really, to my way of thinking, is in over his head, and he doesn't understand how serious this problem is. That's real hard to negotiate with. I understand that. But look, we came here to lead. This president's not going to lead. He's created this problem. We will help him solve his problem. But the only way we're going to do that, Martha, is, again, if we change the way this town does business and support a balanced budget amendment.
I got a question for you right on the other side of the soundbite that has to do with tax reform and loopholes and corporate loopholes and whether or not you would be willing to negotiate that if you were in this room. But this is the sound I mentioned a moment ago from Mitch McConnell. Let's let everybody at home hear this.
It's time to change this debate altogether. It's time to make it clear to the American people where the two parties stand in this debate. Either you're with the president and his vision of a government that continues to live beyond its means, or you're with those of us who believe Washington needs some strong medicine. Either you want to simply borrow and spend our nation into oblivion, or you want to get our fiscal house in order.
So do you have confidence in Mitch McConnell and in John Boehner that they can do something that your group of Tea Party supported candidates or congressmen will be okay with?
Look, I agree with that soundbite, Martha. I agree with what Mitch McConnell said. That's what this debate is all about. And I wish that my leadership and Mitch McConnell would say to the president, this is your problem. You created this mess. Here's what we have to raise the debt ceiling. Balance the budget. Pass a balanced budget amendment, and then my leadership, Martha, needs to walk away. Walk away from this president.
Well, there's a lot of walking away going on, and we'll see where it goes. Joe Walsh, Representative, thanks for being here today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.